Welcome! Today we're getting into brush, knee, and push. We have officially reached the halfway point of the Yang 13 form, so let's get started. Let's do brush, knee, and push. I'll show you first from two different directions. First the normal direction and then the opposite, just so you can see the arm transitions. And then we'll break it down. Footwork, waist, arms, gaze, and the meaning of the movement. So white crane, brush, knee, and push. We're going to drop that right arm. Left arm comes up. We're making two circles as we turn our waist. We step for a bow stance. Brush, knee, and push. Okay, one more time. From the other direction so you can see the arm circles. We drop that right arm down. Left arm comes up. Two circles. Step, brush, knee, and push. Okay, first the transition for the footwork. We're starting in white crane and we're starting in an empty stance on the ball of our foot. Remember, this is the whole ball, not just the toes. You have 30% of the weight in, and that comes from folding from your waist. We're going to shift our weight back and we're going to pick up and we're just going to step a little bit wider. And we're going to touch with our whole foot, bending our knees so we connect, and we're going to move forward. Now, the waist turning in this movement is going to make it a lot easier for the transition from white crane to brush knee. So let's hold our arms in a hugging position so that we can really focus in on that waist turning. From white crane, the torso is straight. You're going to shift your weight back and turn your waist towards the corner. And you're going to pick up and step for your bow stance. Then you're going to move your weight forward and turn your torso back to straight. So final position, bow stance, knee over ankle. Angle of the torso follows the angle of your leg. So if we have a shorter stance, we're not going to lean as far. And our torso should be to the straight direction. Let's talk gaze before we get into the arms. We know that the gaze follows the action, but it's going to make it a little bit more challenging with this movement. So let's practice without the arms and we'll just do the footwork, the waist, and the gaze together. So we start looking to the straight direction. Our torso is straight. We have our empty stance with the ball of our foot. We're going to turn and our head is going to turn and look to the side direction as our torso is to straight. And we're going to step out. And then our head is going to start turning to the straight direction as our torso is also following to the straight direction. So everything ends up straight. Check your final position. How did you do with your footwork? Do you have two lines between your feet? If you shift back, can you easily pick up for any transition into another footwork? One final time. Legs, waist, and gaze. White crane, brush, knee, and push. Turn. Pick up. Stepping, turning, moving forward, everything's to the straight direction. So the arm movements. The arm movements for brush knee, we're going to break down into right and left and then put them together. Okay? I'm going to show you from the normal direction first, just the arms nice and close, and then we'll break it down. So we have one going up and one going down. And this is our two circles as we turn our waist. Then we're going to brush and push. Okay? So the right arm, it's sitting overhead. We have that nice rounded shape. We're going to drop the elbow down and turn so we can look at the palm. Now we're going to swing this arm down. So it's going to swing down. I want you to find this swinging motion. So it swings, and in the back position, it's going to sit up to the corner, and you're going to sit that palm up. How do we achieve swinging? Swinging happens from the waist turning. If we're not turning our waist, our arm can only go so far. So the swinging happens from the turning of the waist. And our arm is going to end up to that rear corner direction. So we're in center. This is to straight. We have straight going behind us, and we want this to end up 45 degrees. So we start overhead. We're going to look at that palm, and we're going to swing it down slowly and sit it up to the corner. Let's do it again. Overhead. Drop your elbow, look at your palm. Swing that arm down, sit up the palm. Okay, now, the next thing we need to learn is not to move our arm, but to bend through the elbow. So we have our right hand in this back position. Leave your elbow where it is. Can you bring your hand to your shoulder and go back? Can you find how you bend from the elbow without closing? Okay, so we're using our joints to bring that hand in front of the shoulder, because what's next is going to be our palm strike, and we're just going to go straight out with that palm. Remembering our striking surface is this L shape right here. It's not the edge. It's not a flat palm. It's this L surface. If you have a wall next to you, this is a great thing to play around with and tap the wall so that you can find what this surface is and make sure we're not doing a flat palm. Okay? So from overhead with the right arm, look at your palm. Swing that arm down, bring it to the corner, sit that palm up. Now you're going to bring the hand to the shoulder, keep turning, and bring that palm back to straight. Okay. Left arm. It's sitting down low. We're going to start by turning that palm so it's facing center. That arm's going to come up, and we're going to use this elbow again to press down. So if I exaggerate, we come up, press down. That usually helps with the circle. Okay? It's a smaller circle. We're using pressing down, thinking of the center of our forearm. We want to see, can we turn as we do it? Come up, up, and then press down. Okay? Sitting, turn, lift up, press down. The next part, we're going to imagine we have a table filled with junk. How are you going to clear that junk off the table? You're going to brush it. You're going to have a big sweeping arm movement. This one's going to go a little bit down circle, and then you're just going to let that hand come back where it started, sitting on a table. So we turn, come up, press down, clear off that table, and then bring the hand to your hip. Okay? Let's put it together facing the normal direction first. Right hand overhead, left palm by your hip. First step, look at your right palm and turn your left. Then right arm's going down, left arm's coming up. And they're going to hit the point of this one can't go down anymore and this one can't go up anymore. So they're going to switch. And you're swinging that right arm and you're pressing down with the left and stop. The back position, we should have a ski slope of an arm with our fingertips pointing to the center of the forearm, and we should have space between our body. So everything's going to stay far away. Now, clear off that table and bring your right hand to your shoulder. Then relax that left palm as you strike out. Okay. Turn and face your screen. I'm going to mirror you so that we can get a little bit more kind of comfortable with the movements. So right hand comes overhead, left hand is by your hip. First thing, look at your right palm and turn your left. One's going to go up, one's going down. Remember, we're turning our waist. Press down and sit up your right palm. Torso's turned, seated, fingertips pointing to the forearm, and we're going to brush knee and push. Okay. The meaning of this movement is going to help with the kind of transition with the arms. So the meaning of the movement is someone's punching to you. What you're going to do is you're going to connect with this arm, and you're going to go from having all of these targets ahead, and you're going to take their arm and you're going to swing it to the side. So you just take your opponent's arm and you swing it to the side, okay? What happens though, if I've taken my opponent's arm and I've swung it to the side, well, now that fist is sitting right here. They could easily hit if I'm not connected. So the meaning is we're going to swing someone's arm away and we're going to reconnect with this forearm. So now we have a connection point to our opponent, and we can grab and then we can pull them into a palm strike. So that's the first meaning. We connect to our opponent's arm, we swing it away, and we reconnect. Then we grab and we strike. The second meaning involves the footwork. So if we have someone standing right here, we step outside of their footwork and we take our arm and we clear them over our leg. So we go to their torso, their legs are here, and we're going to send them on a little ride like this. Okay, so that's why the movement is also called brush knee and twist step. So we call it brush knee and push, but it's also sometimes called brush knee and twist step, and that's where that twist step comes in. Let's put it together. Footwork, waist, arms, gaze, everything together from white crane, brush knee and push. Right arm overhead, left hand's by your hip. Ball of your foot touching 30%. Drop your right arm, look at your palm, turn that left arm. Start swinging the right arm down, left comes up. 2 circles. Stepping out when you get to the back position. So your checkpoint here, we have our palm sitting up with our ski slope. We've stepped out, we've rooted, so that leg is not straight, it's rooted and connected. We're in the back position, most of the weight's in the back leg. And now clear off that table and bring your hand to your shoulder. Check at this point, we should be about 50% with our weight, so we're not all the way, and our torso is slightly closed because we're going to now finish the movement, moving the rest of our weight forward and closing the torso to straight. Final position, with the lean in your torso, the hand should be by your knee. No matter the length of your stance, it's going to be maybe by your thigh, but by your knee, right hand is shoulder height striking out, and we're looking towards that right hand. Let's do it again. The gaze follows the action. So the action just happened ahead for white crane. Now it's happening with that right palm as we turn, or the right forearm actually. We're going to connect down, and we're following where that action is happening to the left forearm. And we step. Now we're following that left arm, and then we're following the right palm strike. So as long as you know the meaning of the movement, you know where you should be looking. Let's do it again. White crane, brush knee and push. Look at the right palm, left arm comes up, right arm goes down. 2 circles, we hit that back position and we step. Clear off that table and then strike with the right palm. Let's practice from prepare all the way through our new movement, brush, knee, and push. Feet together, little piece of fruit under the arms, so energy is flowing from the feet through the legs, waist out to the arms, hands, and fingers. Stepping, lift your left heel, ball, toes, touch, toe, ball, heel. Center it out. Rotate those palms and start lifting up to shoulder height and shoulder width. Moving nice and slow, setting the pace for our practice right now. Upper arms go down, forearms, and then the palms. Sit in front of your hips like they're sitting on a table. Wave hands, drop those right fingers. Right arm's going to come up. Shifting to the right, turn from your waist, rotate those arms, and then step. Wave hands like clouds. Hitting our center point, and then turning to the left. Single whip, we step to the corner. We complete that wave hand circle, but we drop the fingers and make a hook as we relax our left foot. Stepping for a bow stance. Standing ward off and palm strike. Fist under elbow. Shifting forward, relax your hook. Step in. Hold down as you make your fist and shift back. Touch with your heel, lift and punch at the same time. Wave hands. Open up your fist. Close around your ball. Right arm comes on the outside as you touch with the ball of the left foot and spread your wings. Look at your right palm. Right arm goes down, left arm comes up, and then they switch for brush, knee, and push. Stepping when the arms are at the back position. Imagine that big clearing, and then right palm strike. Yes. Okay. Let's do it one more time so we feel really comfortable with these movements. Feet together. Prepare. Separate the feet. Stepping out. Shoulder width apart, perfectly straight. Opening, rotate and lift. Nice deep breaths. Settle that energy down. Hands come in front of the hips. Wave hands like clouds. Drop the right fingers. Right arm comes up and turns, shifting your weight to the right. Step. Make sure everything comes to center, and then keep moving and turning to the left. Single whip. Step to the corner. Relax the left foot. Drop your fingers to make your hook. Standing ward off. Save some weight for that palm strike. Fist under elbow, pulling out to the side as you relax your hook. Finish your pulling down as you step in. Make your fist, lift, punch, and touch at the same time. Wave hands. Open up your fist. Right arm comes on the outside. Touch with the ball of your foot as you spread your wings. Last movement, drop that right elbow. Look at your palm. Right arm goes down, left arm up. Complete your 2 circles as you turn your waist. Step. Big arm movements, and then palm strike. Brush, knee, and push. Great work today. If you'd like to know more about me and these healing practices, find me on Facebook and Instagram at Lady Tai Chi, or visit my website, ladytaichi.com, where you can join my newsletter to be the first to know about all the great new things coming soon. Thank you so much for joining me.